If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles.
He also brought in his aircraft carrier so that he can refuel faster. So I've got now again units coming in. No clue why he has a single attack bomber when he also has a stack of 11 units. But he's bringing the big guns. He's gonna even use attack bombers and interceptors to attack my units. I've been unlucky in the fact that my lowering tactic caused me to leave a small gap between my two naval stacks, and the sub of 7 is only attacking one stack of the two, which is not good. 5 cruisers and how many destroyers? 2 destroyers on top of it, so that ain't good. If I would have kept them together, I would have dealt more damage. This is not good. He also brought in 3 battleships. I'd love for him to come a little bit closer, because even though my cruisers are locked in melee combat, I can still use ranged attack if I want. So I would love to snapshot battleships. I mean, why make destroyers and cruisers if you have battleships, right? What is up with players that are not protecting their battleships? New Zealand is a good player, which is why I shouldn't have trusted him in the first place. No idea why I was so stupid. Level 137. He joined 123 games, won 76. So that's almost two games. So that's almost 2 games out of 3. That's a very good. That's a very good games joined versus games won ratio. 2.66 kill dead ratio versus players, and 4.5 province retainment ratio. Excellent stats. He has prepared his trap very well. I don't know how many subs he has, but in any case, even if all his subs are defeated and I can sail out of there, I'm still gonna get followed by 3 battleships. What speed do his battleships have? 61. And my transports have what speed? Oh, my transports level 4 are faster than level 2 battleships, so at least it's that, right? Come on. These 5 subs are like unkillable, man. Or the damage got spread over the 2. That's also possible. It's more than likely that that is the case. I'm gonna try again to stop them from marching, and no, I am dead in the water. Christ's sake. And in this aircraft carrier, most probably there's gonna be more battleships. He's gonna make sure to surround me. Damn, man, that's pretty unfortunate because I was doing very well. I was ranked 3rd with 430 points. Oh, now I understand why he does so much damage. New Zealand is actually Axis. That explains a lot. Axis subs are really good, they have more hit points. Oh, this is pretty bad. I assumed New Zealand was Allies doctrine. That's why I was surprised that those subs were taking as little damage. I still don't understand. Now he counter-attacked. Only 1 sub left. His naval bombers are taking a lot of damage too though. Level 3 cruiser deals 9.9 versus air, and I've got 10 of them. So that's 99 hit points, but they only defend at 50% as he only attacks at 50%. So every time he attacks me, he loses 50 hit points. So he still can attack me about 9 times. That's not good. It looks like the game might end prematurely for me, much earlier than expected, because I even already started upgrading level 4 artillery and anti-air so that I could after that research level 5 so that I could upgrade them as soon as I landed in the US, but it looks like I'm gonna make landfall nowhere. Luckily I've got level 4 transport ship researched, man, because if you compare, level 1 transport ship only has 10 HP and deals only 0.7 damage. That is nothing, and only 0.5 against subs. Speed only 44. However, if you upgrade them to level 4 maximum level like I did, then you have 25 hit points instead of 10. And instead of 44 speed, you got 80 speed. That's a lot. Instead of 0.7 damage, you deal 2.7. And so, like there's written here, in large numbers, they can be dangerous to enemy vessels. Oh yes, they can. And against subs, they deal 1.8 damage, which was the whole reason why I've split it up, that I could deal more damage, but I'm not sure now that it worked in my favor. Oh Christ, is this guy for real? He's not even protecting his freaking carriers, man. Please get overconfident and go into my range with your carriers or with your battleships, man. I can't say the same thing about my ally though. South China only has transport ship level 1, and he didn't have any aircraft carriers neither, knowingly that was the plan that both Indochina and South China would attack Borneo together. We are now 84 hours later and it's still not done. Why not? Because they got overconfident, they didn't upgrade their destroyers. Now they're level 3, but before they had level 1, level 2 destroyers. What is that all about? Always upgrade your destroyers to maximum level so you can't get ambushed by subs, which is actually what happened to them. The plan was they attack Borneo, I take North India, and then we move together to the US. But it takes planning, man. You know in advance that you want to go to the US. So those aircraft carriers, they need to be ready. Your transport ship research needs to be at least level 3. Your destroyers, they need to be fully upgraded. So now he's sending over his support units like I've requested. However, this might not be a good thing now. I've asked him to send his railroad guns to the same place in South Mexico like I wanted to attack. But now it looks like he's gonna go north and he's gonna get protected by the Navy from Korea, because the points for them, they are in the US. They have nothing to gain in attacking New Zealand. They just need to get rid of Borneo to get their core provinces safe. And if I lose this battle, well, there's no point for me to continue the game, right? In which case they can just take me over, get a lot of points, and finish the game faster.
A few moments later.
All subs have been defeated, so I force marched out of the range of the battleships over here. I'm also out of the patrol circle of the attack bomber squadron and also of the naval bomber squadron, and immediately after that I have attacked that battleship that is over here, because with my 10 cruisers I deal 68 hit points. However, as my units are heavily damaged, my state-based damage efficiency is lower, so I didn't kill it, but I heavily damaged it because he used his aircraft carriers here to block my axis, and now he's gonna join up with a battleship so that his battleship can be protected by the high HP of the carriers, because 3 carriers, they have 207 hit points. So I thought like, hey, I'm gonna attack this before it joins up, make it less efficient, you know, because now it is at only 33% of its hit points. Because if I go to status now, you can see damage efficiency is only at 48%. So now it only deals 48% damage, which is perfect for me, man. I'm gonna take less damage, and my hope is that this player is not so active, because if he isn't active, I'm just gonna be able to kill these 3 aircraft carriers and that battleship, and then I can sail out of there. Because he probably thinks that his trap has been sprung and there is no way for me to get out, but I might be able to prove him wrong, you know. He lost 2 naval bombers and his naval bombers are only at 33% now. He's active. He just moved his battleship. That's too bad. He hasn't adjusted yet the patrol from his bombers, but that's gonna come next, I guess. Most of the squadron is completely defeated now, and I see that the squadron here opens fire in 7 minutes, but this one in 8 minutes. So I have 1 minute to get into the patrol circle and get out again, so that these 4 planes have been destroyed. That would be fun. That I could do. Just on the crucial moment, he's flying over me. Come on, man. I need to see the dot, because soon, yeah, I need to stop. Am I still? Oh, I'm just next to it. That's great. And as soon as the naval bombers have attacked, I'm gonna force march in that patrol circle. Let's hope he hasn't noticed. The naval bombers are about to open fire. Okay, time to force march into the patrol circle. Is in 45 seconds. We've got the attack bomber wing that is going to roll, and I'd like to be in that patrol circle. Okay, I'm in the patrol circle. That's perfect, because I want to kill those planes before I open fire on the aircraft carriers over here, because even if you attack a carrier, you only attack the planes that are on it. There we go. He lost health. That's great. And I'm actually going to move forward because I want to hit these battleships that are incoming over here. It's gonna take me 13 minutes. I'm not gonna be able to get out, so I am going to go back over here. Alright, I am outside of the patrol range, so it is time to open fire again on those aircraft carriers. There we go. Tack, back. Now the battleship is red. One more shot like that and that battleship will be no more. As soon as that battleship and that one naval bomber are gone, I'm gonna move in towards the 3 other battleships. Or actually I should kill any unit that has the lowest amount of hit points, I guess. Or not, because those 3 battleships are the biggest threat. I'm surprised to see that not more navy has shown up. I'm pretty low on hit points myself. I only have 1,770 out of 3,485. Still have 109 units, but that ain't gonna last.
A few hours later.
After some micromanagement, counterattacking battleships forcing him to retreat, I've been able to escape. Well, I had to pull back because reinforcements were arriving, so I used the opportunity to get out of there. However, he is giving chase and he's just outside of my line of view, somewhere over on this dot. I was forced to use force march, but I cannot continue like this because every hour I force march my entire stack loses 5% hit points and I'm just killing myself like that. It's not a good option neither, so I'm gonna stop force marching because I'm gonna switch on my offensive fire settings because it's 4 a.m. so I need to go to bed eventually. I'm gonna send my units, oh okay, I don't know, over here I guess, and head target. Well, that's 22 hours, so that should cut it, I guess. We'll see when I wake up if I still have units or not. I continue to produce medium tanks over here, and I've also cancelled the research for anti-air and artillery because obviously I'm not gonna upgrade those units anymore, and I'm gonna need SP anti-air units, that's a fact. I'm gonna need medium tank level 2 as well, so let's do that. Over here I'm building an airbase level 1, actually level 2. I've queued up a level 2 airbase, and over here I'm also constructing an airbase. It's gonna be done in 6 minutes because I'm gonna send my rocket fighters in convoy with my remaining units and my cruisers. I've also put cruisers in production. I'm gonna take a big gamble leaving my course empty, taking these units to Australia because I'll most likely get attacked in Australia anyway, and I can always produce new units in my core provinces. So when I wake up, I should have about 10 cruisers, as I've got producing over here and also over here. And as soon as I have 10 cruisers, I'm gonna leave for Australia, put my units on land. With a bit of luck, these ones I'm gonna be able to send them back into Australia as well. For the time being, I am switching to damage control, trying to keep what I have and lose as less units possible. I'm actually doing fine because if you look at the newspaper, New Zealand lost 40,000 manpower, I lost 53,000, and I barely lost any unit in this game. Only 4 units I've lost so far, and I've only lost 2 provinces. That's pretty good. And finally I made first lieutenant, so that's pretty cool. Up next is captain. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and hit that bell button for notifications. I want to say a warm thank you to my members and elite members for supporting this channel.